Welcome to Farm Connections with your host, Dan Hoffman.
I'm with Mark Herne, the host at the Hay and Forage Expo near Cannon Falls, Minnesota. Mark, thanks for having us.
You bet. Thank you for coming.
Well, you've got a nice farm here. Tell us what's happening.
So behind us, you'll see a alfalfa field that we're going to be working. We're going to be cutting, mowing, raking, merging, round baling, and chopping. And what they want to do is everybody wants to preview their machines out here and to show everybody what their new machines can do.
Well, you mentioned the forage or the alfalfa behind us. I'm looking at this saying, wow, there's a lot of moisture in it. It's you know, when I crimple it, it stays together, meaning there's a lot in it and I can feel it in my hands. Doesn't this go into a barn up in a haymow?
What we're doing is we'll be either chopping it wet and then piling it and covering it, or we'll be wrapping it in plastic, and that will seal out all the air, and therefore it can go through its fermentation underneath the plastic. So we do not have to wait the 5 to 7 days we need to make it into dry hay.
And why is that important to you as a dairy producer?
If we can make hay in 24 hours, that way we get a perfect, uniform material, and therefore if we can feed a uniform material to our cattle, it'll cut down our feed costs and increase our milk.
So if the leaves are really what you're after too, to hold that protein?
Yes, the leaves are was where all the protein is at, and for a ruminant animal like a dairy cow, that's a very important factor in her diet.
And I noticed it looks like you're about 1/10 bloom or so. Was that your goal?
Our goal is pre-bud, and so this is a 28. We cut on a 28-day schedule. This just happens to be a 32-day cutting schedule, so there's a little bit older than what we'd like.
Did the weather impact you on that?
A little bit. When we cut first crop, then we had a window of opportunity, and we wanted to make sure we got this field done for the show, so we get a good regrowth for the show.
Well, you talked about the quality being so important for you getting milk production and probably cutting down on veterinarian costs. What other things happen if you get poor quality hay or don't get it up in time and it goes out of condition for you?
Right. If we have hay down and we get rained on, the quality is going to go down. There's not as much nutrients in the alfalfa, so we'll have to supplement that. And if it sits too long in the field, one of the other things that'll happen is it'll stunt the growth for the next crop next month.
Kind of like when someone mows the lawn and leaves a big brown thatch?
Right. It's hard to get rid of it, and it holds that grass back, and we want to get it as green and growing as fast as we can.
Well, you've been very generous in letting people come to your farm, exhibitors and the show itself and other farmers. Why do you do that?
For us, it's more of for the community and the farmers then that are around, because this show will rotate from Iowa and Wisconsin, and so we thought if we could host it, we could have more people here and put on a really good show for them, so they don't have to drive as far.
What makes you happiest seeing this expo on your farm?
The kids, as they leave, the kids always have a smile on their face, and talking with the adults, if they were able to meet somebody at a booth, maybe to learn something, to pick something new up that they can take back to their farm and make that better, that's our goal.
Nice. And I would like to say thank you to all the dairy farmers for the ice cream, milk, and other dairy products. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much.